say so, but I could also verify the last four digits of your social.
Well, maybe you have an old address on file. I don't know.
Okay, maybe that could be the case. Do you have another address?
Well, I used to live. Kanita? Is that what you said?
Bureau.
It's Kanita?
Yes.
Okay, how can I help you,
Alrighty,
Kanita?
So my name is Candida Blake. I'm calling from United Collections Bureau. Now, this is a communication from a debt collector and is an attempt to collect a debt. Any information obtained will be used to help us. Now, we were calling in regards to your Chase account, your Chase Sapphire account ending in 6512. Now, the balance on this account is $7,249.65, which is due in full today. And before I go any further, let me just thank you for being a valid Chase customer and thank you for returning the call today. Now, would you let me say?
Could you call me Pops? Would that be okay? That Pops is when I answer to those.
Well, basically, that name is not on the account. All right.
Well, that's the name that most of the friends and family call me. But if that upsets you or offends you, family call me. But if that upsets you or offends you,
no, it didn't. I'm just
okay. Because I was just hoping that you could find it in your heart to forgive me if that's offending you. But yeah, if you could just call me Pops, that would be great.
Okay, I'd rather just call you. Okay, I'd rather just call you by the name that is identified here.
Okay, well, could you then just call me Stacy? Would that be okay?
Okay, Stacy. Yes, sir. All right. So based on your the previous great history that you have with Chase, Stacy, this may have been an oversight on your part. We've seen this with many of Chase great customers. But the good news is we're able to offer you a free payment service, and with you paying this balance in full today, we'll notify Chase that this account has been resolved. Now, if you just grab your checkbook, I'll be happy to set up some arrangement with you to get your account out of if that's the method of payment.
Okay. Well, what do you mean by payment? Could you
use to resolve it?
Could you tell me what you mean by payment?
All right. Well, the actual balance is due in full.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I asked you what you mean by payment. Could you express to me what you mean by payment? We can do options where you can actually resolve this. Where you can, resolve the balance in payments. What do you mean by payments? I asked you what do you mean by that. You just keep saying the word, but you haven't expressed to me what you mean by pay. Could you tell me what you mean by pay?
When you can resolve the balance over a period of time. When you can resolve the balance over a period of time. So I'm going to give you the numbers that you could, resolve the account balance.
Okay, what do you mean by resolve? Is that different than pay?
It's the same thing, sir.
Okay, well then could you please...
It's the same thing, sir.
Okay, well then could you please express to me what you mean by pay?
You're taking care of the balance.
What do you mean by taking care of? I'm not sure how that's telling me. I'd really like for you to express to me what you mean by the word pay. If you could, please. That'd be great.
Well, the word pay means that you will actually resolve the account by using your debit card or checking account.
What do you mean by resolve? What do you mean by resolve? I'm not sure what you mean by that.
So I'm trying to help you here.
Well, I'm trying to understand. Whatever try means. I'm doing my best to understand. I don't know how somebody actually tries something. We either do it or don't. But I'm doing my best to understand exactly what it is that you're saying, but yet you haven't really explained or expressed to me exactly what you mean by these words that you're using. So I'm doing my best to understand.
Okay, Stacy. Is this account balance something that you want to pay today?
Well, again...
What I mean by pay is taking care of the balance using your payment method.
What do you mean by taking care of the balance?
A payment method, or I can give you the balance in
Well, before I could discuss even so-called payment method, I kind of need...
Stacy, I'm not sure why you are not understanding what does the word pay mean.
Well...
You have an outstanding balance
what do you mean by outstanding balance?
Actually due in full.
What do you mean by outstanding balance?
Sir, is this something that you wish to resolve? Sir, is this something that you wish to resolve?
Well, do I sound like I'm denying anything? Have I denied or disputed anything? Okay. Well, could it be that I'm denying? Well, hold on. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean for the beginning or the middle of my. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean for the beginning or the middle of my sentence to interrupt the beginning of yours. Please continue.
Is this account balance as something that you want to resolve, sir?
Wow, you went ahead and continued. That was pretty interesting. Wow. Again, continued. That was pretty interesting. Wow. Again, I'm not sure what you mean by account balance and resolve, but again, I'm please, Candida, could you please tell me what you mean by the word pay or payment? Could you please tell me exactly, or payment? Could you please tell me exactly what you mean by that word?
Okay, what I mean by payment is I can give you ways to take care of this account balance where you use your method of payment you are going to do.
I don't know what you mean by payment. You still haven't told me what you mean by pay. You just keep talking about something called a payment method, but yet you haven't told me what you mean by the word pay. I'm doing my best here to understand what you mean.
Alrighty, could you hold the line, Stacy, so I can have someone explain to you what we are trying to do here?
Sure.
Okay, one moment. Okay. Okay, so I was trying to have you speak with my supervisor, but she's on another call.
Okay.
So, again, Stacy, is this something that you wish to resolve? Do you have any intentions of resolving this account today?
You know, again, if you could help me understand what you mean by pay, and as far as I can see, if there is indeed something owed, the real issue is I'd really like it if you could actually get me in contact with whoever it is that's actually claiming I owe something, the person with the honorably with them. Would that be okay?
I can go ahead and sure. I can go ahead and provide you with a number that you could call.
Okay, and why would I be doing that? Could you just have the person that's claiming that they have the person that's claiming that I owe something? Could you have them give me a call? Why would I need to call them? If they're claiming that I owe something, why couldn't they just call me directly?
All right, so your account is in collections, and they gave us authorization
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Account.
Okay.
Chase still owns the account, but we are working on their behalf. So if you wish to call them, you could call them and take care of this.
Well, why would I do that?
Otherwise, if you
why claiming that something is owed, right?
Okay, sir. If you have
could you answer the question, please? I'm sorry. That wasn't an invitation to run off into left field and avoid the question that I just asked you. Could you please answer that?
What was your question, Steve?
Chase Bank that is making the claim that I owe something.
Yes, it is.
Okay, when can you have Chase Bank give me a call then? I don't feel that I need to. I don't feel that I need to put myself out any more than I already am right here, right now. I certainly go through any kind of hassle that I'm not even sure that something is owed. It would seem to me that if somebody is claiming that something is owed, that they would have the character and integrity to be prudent and reasonable and call me directly.
Alrighty, Stacy. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make note on the... Alrighty, Stacy. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make note on the account that you are requesting that Chase gives you a call back.
Okay. Now let me ask you this: Have you spoken directly with Chase?
No, sir.
Okay. So you don't know any.
No, sir.
Okay. So you don't know anything firsthand, right?
What do you mean firsthand? I know that you hold an account balance for $7,249.65. The last time you made a payment.
Wait a minute, though. Wait a minute. Do you know it, or have you been told it?
That's all the information Chase provides it to us.
So you've been told it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you don't know it for a fact. You've just been told it to be a fact. Is that correct? Call, besides you and I.
I'm sure Chase has provided us with accurate information.
I didn't ask you that.
On the account.
I didn't. Did I ask you that? Or are you again trying to avoid answering the question that I did ask? Thank you so much for answering the question.
I did answer your question.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You avoided answering the question because I believe that if you did answer the question, then I wouldn't be asking it again. I do asking it again. I may not be the smartest guy in town. I might be the village idiot here, but I do listen pretty carefully to make sure at least I'm not missing something. And I do believe that you did not answer the question. So I will ask it again. That you did not answer the question. So I will ask it again. Maybe I'll ask it in a slightly different way so that it helps you understand. Since you did not speak with or read anything. Oh, I'm sorry again. Gee, I did not mean for the middle of my sentence to interrupt the beginning. Is it your policy to interrupt people when they're speaking?
I did not interrupt you, sir.
But you did. When somebody else is speaking and then you begin to speak, especially if there's only two in the conversation, it means that you interrupted the other person. At least from what I'm led to believe that word means. Now, maybe it means something else to you. I don't know. Maybe it means the word interruption means that it's okay for you to go ahead and speak over the top of somebody when they're already speaking.
Okay, Stacy. Do you wish to? Okay, Stacy. Do you wish to have any intentions at all to resolve the account today, or do you want me to make note on the account that you are requesting Chase to call you?
Well, let me ask you this: if have first-hand information, they were just going based on something that somebody was told, would you automatically believe what they had to say? Or would you rather talk to the person that actually has first-hand knowledge of the matter?
Well, if I know that I hold a debt, I would.
Or did I ask you something else? Again, I believe that you're avoiding answering the question. Because could it be that if you answered the question, you would be exposing yourself as somebody that doesn't know what they're talking about? You've simply been told it, and thus because oh my goodness, could it be that if you don't have actual first-hand knowledge of something, but yet you're attempting to do something under the guise of maintaining or gaining some kind of monetary something or another, that could be considered fraud? Fraud?
Okay, well, if you have a number to call ID,
No, you asking me a question now, Stacy?
Oh, I believe I did. I do believe I did.
No, it's not.
I do believe I did.
No, it's not. It's not a fraud.
How do you know? Oh, really? Really? So how do you have first-hand knowledge of anything that you're talking about?
I just told you Chase has provided the
Chase provided you with information that you have either read. Chase provided you with information that you have either read. Did you get an email? Did you read it to me? Is that what you received? Did you read it to me?
No, it's not an email.
Okay.
And it's not an email.
Were you then told by somebody? Did somebody actually speak?
Okay, Stacy.
I'm asking you a question. Could you please answer the question? Could you please answer the question?
It was not read to us.
I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question, and I do not believe the answer started with Stacy. The answer would be either a yes or no answer. I do not believe that. So could you please answer the question? Were you told it then?
Stacy?
Were you told it? Yes or no? Could you please answer the question? Please answer the question. Were you told it? Or did you read it?
No.
No what? No what? Were you told it? Were you told it or I was told it? It's pretty simple. Come on, you can do it. I'm sure you can because you seem to have a pretty good grasp of the language, so I'm pretty sure you know these words. Were you told it or did you read it? Please answer the question.
I did answer your question.
No, you didn't.
You did answer your question?
No, you didn't. All you would say is that the information was provided by Chase. You didn't say how it was provided. Please answer the question as to exactly how it was provided.
The information was sent to us by Chase. No.
How? How was it sent to you? How was it sent to you? Was it mailed? Was it emailed? Did they send it by courier pigeon?
Sir, does it matter? Sir, does it matter how it was sent?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
No.
Yes, it does.
No.
Yes.
No,
okay. If you say no, then prove. I'm sorry.
All right. So because this is something that today we're on the phone 21 minutes.
Did I ever say that I didn't?
Is there any?
Did I ever say that I didn't, or did I ask you questions and you've done nothing but avoid answering those questions for nearly 20 minutes now? Because I have asked you questions that you have not answered. I asked you what you mean by pay. I've asked you these different things, and you have yet to answer one of these questions. Can you get somebody that can answer the questions, or better yet, can you at least get the person with the first-hand knowledge on the phone? Because I'd really appreciate that.
Okay, one moment, Stacy. One moment. Stacy?
Hello?
I'm going to have you speak with a senior agent. Do you have any questions or concerns before you transfer you to him?
No.
Okay, to him?
No.
Okay, one moment, sir.
Who is sir? Is there somebody else on the call? I think there might be somebody else on the call. There's somebody else on the call. Who is it? Speak up! Dastardly bastard.
Good afternoon. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Hi. Good afternoon. Again, this call will be recorded and monitored. My name is Rohan Levy, and I'm coming on the phone to better assist you. Just to let you know the conversation Stacy Lux, right?
Well, that is the name that I'm known to use. So you said Rohan?
Okay.
How do you spell that?
That is correct. Yes, sir. R-O-H, A as in apple, N as in Nancy, last name Levy, L as in love, E as in Ed, V as in L as in love, E as in Ed, V as in Victor, Y as in yes. All right?
Okay, Rohan.
So again, we appreciate you. We appreciate you, by the way, giving us a call here tonight. As the agent explains, your Chase Safari Visa card ending in 6512, which you are aware. This is $7,249.65. And again, as you are aware, the call is being recorded and monitored. All right, Stacy, I'm on the line to further assist you because I'm quite sure this is something you want to get resolved.
And Candida, what she meant by resolve, first she said something about making something called payments, and I asked her what she means by that, and she did not explain. So could you and don't tell me, okay, well, there's these so-called methods. That's not telling me what you mean by pay. She tried to explain. She kept trying to say, well, you could do this or you could do that. I want to know what you all mean by the word pay. Could you explain that to me first before we go any further? Do
you know the definition of pay?
I'm asking you what you mean. Are you asking me to just assume what you mean by that word?
No.
Okay, well, could you then please express to me exactly what you mean?
I'm going to explain to you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, so what...
To me exactly
I'm
what
going to explain to you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, so what we're trying to say is that you have an outstanding debt with Chase Bank.
Do you have first-hand knowledge of that?
I'm sorry?
Well, I asked you if you had first-hand knowledge of that.
What do you mean by first-hand knowledge?
You had first-hand knowledge of that.
What do you mean by first-hand knowledge of that, sir?
Do you understand what the word first-hand knowledge or first-hand means?
No, because I'm trying to explain something to you.
Wait. What do you mean, no? Hold on, bro. I don't know who you think you're talking to, but it sounds like you're trying to bully me. I'm doing my best here to understand what you folks are saying, so we could best get to some kind of a settlement of this matter. So if you would please be so kind as... Could you please be so kind as to tell me if you understand what the word firsthand means?
I can't tell you if your account is firsthand with us because the account is...
I'm asking you simply to please tell me what the word firsthand, or such as in firsthand knowledge or firsthand experience, could you please tell me what that word firsthand means? Could you please do that for me?
You explain that to me, Stacey.
What?
You explain that to me in your knowledge. In your terms, what do you mean?
Well,
and I can relate to that.
To me, firsthand means somebody that actually is either a witness to or a party in an event, because that indeed is what it is. Somebody that has either witnessed something or experienced something. So could you please tell me what you have been a witness to or experienced within the subject matter of this so-called alleged debt?
Mrs. Stacy.
Who's Mrs.
Mr. Stacy.
Okay, who's Mr.? Who's Mr.? Is there somebody else in this call? I believe it's just Stacy. I don't believe that Mom called me Stacy. I don't believe I answered to Mr. Stacy. I believe I answered to Stacy.
Okay, Stacy, look, we're deviating from the matter of hand. All right, you're you're bringing up something that have nothing to do with the collection of the debt.
Really? So let me ask you this. Rohan. Are you expecting me to just automatically believe whatever you have to say?
Okay, I understand that, Stacy. So if you don't have any idea,
what does okay mean? When I ask you a question, it is a simple yes or no answer. I asked you, are you expecting me to just automatically believe? Did I ask you that? Or did I ask you, did you automatically expect me to just believe what you're saying?
But Stacy, that's what I'm trying to explain.
But Stacy, what?
No.
I'm asking you if you're expecting me to just automatically think that you're ever told, Rohan.
I
asked really. So you believe anything and everything you're told? You believe anything and everything you're told?
What to believe. I know what to believe from not what to believe.
What to believe? Okay, well, is there a difference between believing? Rohan, is there a difference between believing and knowing? Believing? Rohan, is there a difference between believing and knowing?
Stacy, what?
And please answer the question, Rohan. Is there a difference between believing and knowing? Yes or no?
Depends on what context you take it.
Yes or no?
Depends on what context you take it.
Really? Okay, so in every context in life, is there a difference between knowing something and simply believing it?
Stacy, why are we
Stacy, Rohan. Please answer the question, Rohan.
Why are we deviating from...
Because I'm trying to get to this point that I'm speaking with somebody that actually has first-hand knowledge. I do not wish to talk to somebody that was merely told this, but does not know it to be a fact. Is that a...
Nothing is a problem.
Okay, then could you please get the person with the first-hand knowledge on the phone so that I could settle this matter honorably with them? Is that too much to ask?
That is nothing for you to ask, Stacey.
It's nothing for me to ask? Okay, then great. Then great. Could you please just do that and we can just end this conversation until the person with the first-hand knowledge gets on the phone?
Stacy, who
no, please, Rohan. Rohan, please. I've made a request here. I do not wish to continue to talk and feel like I'm being bullied into something until we have the person with the first-hand knowledge on the phone. Could you get them on the phone?
All right, this present time, since you're requesting to speak to someone else, I'll definitely be more than happy to have you speak with someone else, all right? Because you're trying to request...
Did I say just anybody else, someone else? I asked, could he... Here, listen very, very closely, Rohan. I'm going to say it one more time so it's really clear. I'm going to say it super slow. Wishing to speak with the person with the first-hand knowledge so that I could settle this matter honorably with them. Could we do that, please? Did that help? Please. Did that help?
As I said, Stacy, please bear with me for a second. Let me try to get you someone in line to better assist you, okay? Are there any questions for you, so?
As long as you're getting the person with the first-hand knowledge, that'd be awesome, brother. Love you.
Please hold. Please hold.
Thank you. Love you, brother. Love you.
Please hold. Please hold.
Thank you. Love you, brother.
Please hold. Good afternoon. Thank you for calling UCB. This call continues to be recorded or monitored. My name is Tashawn Bonner, one of the managers here at UCB. Who do I have a pleasure with?
The name I know to use is Stacy. You said it's Tashawn?
Yes, Tashawn Bonner.
Bonner. Could you spell Tashawn for me, please?
T-A-S-H-Y-O-N.
Okay. Are you the person with the first-hand knowledge? Who do I have the pleasure
speaking with?
Well, I do believe I said the name used is Stacy. Are you the person with the first-hand knowledge of this matter?
Okay, sir. I have enough knowledge as it relates...
Who is sir? Is there someone else on the call that I'm not... Sound Stacy. Could you please call me Stacy?
Okay.
That would be great.
Absolutely. Okay. What is your last name, please?
Well, the last name I'm known to use is Lux.
Okay, thank you. All right. So I see you have been relates to your Chase account.
What do you mean by
Chase Sapphire account, card ending, they verified your information previously.
Okay.
Correct? Regarding the Chase Sapphire account, card ending 6512, it was sent to our office for collections in the amount of $7,249.65. How can I help you?
Well, when I spoke with Candida, she said something to the effect of pay and resolve and some of these other things, and I simply asked her what she means by these things, and she couldn't really answer them. Means by these things, and she couldn't really answer them. And so then I asked her if I could speak with whoever it is that has the first-hand knowledge of this matter so that I could settle the matter honorably with them. I think that's a completely reasonable and prudent thing to do. And so And so then she connected me with Rohan, and Rohan could not seem to even answer the question as to what he means by first-hand. I did my best to work with him a bit, get an clear understanding of his basic level of knowledge, and since we couldn't come to some kind of so-called agreement or meeting of the minds on that, then he has now sent me to speak with you, so to speak.
Being the creditor, no. We're a third-party agency collecting on behalf of the creditor, Chase Bank.
So you absolutely have zero first-hand knowledge of the alleged debt. Is that correct?
We're not the creditor, sir. So if you're talking about the initial stages, no. If you're talking as far as Chase hiring us to collect and help you, get the account out of collections, yes.
Okay, well, you say it's in collections, but again, what if somebody has made a mistake somewhere along the way? Wouldn't it be prudent for me to be able to speak with the person with the first-hand knowledge to make sure that all the information is correct? So the matter could be settled honorably?
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
So with that being said, are you disputing the balance on the account? Is there an issue that I can help you with?
Did I say anything about disputing it? Why would I? Did I say that? Did I say anything about disputing it? Why would I dispute something if I don't even know for sure whether or not I owe it? Until I've spoken with the person with the first-hand knowledge, how could I possibly know for a fact that I absolutely owe it?
Okay, so who are you requesting to speak with? Chase Bank directly?
Making the claim that I owe something. Could it be that we could get them on the phone so that I could settle the matter honorably with them?
Okay. So are you saying that you are not aware of the debt, or are you aware of the debt?
Did I say that? Did I say that? Or did I ask to speak to the person? Did I say any of that? Or did I ask the person with the first-hand knowledge so that I could settle the matter honorably with them?
Okay. So let me provide you with the Chase closed accounts number. Do you have pen and paper handy?
Well, what would I need that for?
Because they are the ones who owns the account. And that we are asking to speak with.
Well, let me ask you this. If they're the ones that are making the claim that something is owed, why can't they just call me directly?
They have
contact with them via the phone or anything else.
Okay.
So I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to. If you again, do you have first-hand knowledge that they've ever tried to contact me?
Sir, I do not have first-hand knowledge of this. All right. I do not know that. I do not know what occurred between you and the bank. So no, I do not. What I know is that the bank has hired us for collections on this account.
Okay.
Okay. So, are you aware that the account is in collection? Okay. So, are you aware that the account is in collections?
Well,
or
according
is
to you, it is.
You are unaware
you
of?
just told me so. You just
okay.
Deshaun, you just told me that allegedly it's in collections. So apparently at this point, yes, I believe that allegedly it's in collections. So apparently at this point, yes, I believe that I would be so-called aware of that. If that is.
And this is the first time you are being made aware that the account is in collection?
Far as I know, this is the first time that anybody has ever attempted to contact me in an attempt to allegedly settle this matter.
Okay. All right. So, do you want us at UCB to assist you with doing so?
Assist me in doing what? What do you mean by resolve?
The balance in full is due on the account.
What do you mean?
For $7,249.65.
What do you mean by due?
Outstanding debt.
Outstanding,
due meaning it's an outstanding debt.
What do you mean by debt, and how would I resolve that? What would be a way of resolving that?
With a bank routing and account number, you have a limit that would be able to resolve that.
A debit card? What do you mean by debit card?
A bank routing and account number or a debit card, or you could mail in the payment.
Account and routing number.
The method of payment.
Okay, what do you mean by payment?
For the account.
What I didn't ask you for what. I asked you what do you mean by payment? See, this is where it all started with Candida. I asked her what she meant by the word pay or payment, and she didn't express that. Then Rohan couldn't, and she didn't express that. Then Rohan couldn't.
We're telling you, sir.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for the middle of my sentence to interrupt the beginning of yours. Please go ahead, Deshaun.
We're telling you about an account that was placed in our office.
Let me ask you this, Deshaun, when they're already speaking.
No, sir, but I was speaking.
Actually, I was speaking.
Okay. Okay.
Wow. So, again, if you could tell me specifically what you mean by the word pay. Don't tell me, well, if you have a check or all this. That's the so-called method of this thing called pay, I'm led to believe. But I'm asking you exactly, specifically, what do you, Deshaun, mean by the word? Specifically, what do you, Deshaun, mean by the word pay or payment? Go.
Stacy. Payment.
So the payment starts with the word Stacy. So the payment starts with the word Stacy. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Payment. Okay. I am being very respectful, and I'm doing my due diligence to answer your question based on what you're requesting. So please allow me to do so.
Okay.
Payment, being a transaction, you have the ability to do so with an electronic bank debit format that we do accept at our company.
Okay.
Now,
so you claiming?
We need to know what is your stance with this account, and how can we help you? Or if we cannot help you, then Stacy, what exactly are you trying to accomplish?
Oh, I'm not trying. I'm doing my best. I don't believe that there is such a thing as try. Maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe you've tried alcohol or something. And maybe you tried to do something like drive a car, but then maybe you tried to do something like drive a car, but then you didn't really, or something. I don't know. I'm not sure really what the word try means, but I do believe that what I am attempting to do, what I'm doing my best at, is to understand what you mean by these words. Words. If you could help me understand what you mean by these words, then maybe we could get somewhere. But you don't seem to be very helpful and doing your best at helping me understand what you mean by these words. Helping me understand what you mean by these words.
I am being helpful, Stacy.
Well, not if I'm not getting the help. You may think you're being helpful, but if you're not thoroughly explaining what you mean by these words, and if you're denying me that I have a thorough understanding of what you mean by these words, that's not you being very helpful. That's you. Again, I'm sorry. I did not mean for the middle of my sentence to interrupt the beginning of yours. It has to be a policy. Could you please say yes, it's your policy to interrupt people because it's your policy? Because if not, it would seem that you're going against policy if it's not. Right? Right? I believe so.
I'm listening to you.
Okay. What do you mean by the word pay? And you said resolve, and I asked you what you mean by resolve. Then you started to seemingly get upset. Now, let me say this.
I am not upset, Stacy.
Huh?
I am here listening. I am not upset, Stacy.
Huh?
I am here listening to you. I am not upset. I'm listening to you.
Well, it kind of seemed like it because you started to interrupt me and you started to kind of raise your voice some. So it seemed to be...
No, I did not.
Because if I've offended you...
No, I did not.
If I've offended you, could you please find it in your heart to forgive you?
No, I did not.
If I've offended you, could you please find it in your heart to forgive me?
Once you're finished speaking, I will speak.
Oh, I just asked you a question. I just said if I've offended you...
I will speak.
Oh, I just asked you a question. I just said if I've offended you, could you please find it in your heart to forgive me?
You have not offended me, Stacy.
Well, could you then please find it in your heart to forgive me? Please?
There's no reason for that because you have not offended me.
Oh, okay. Well, great. Since I haven't offended you, express to me what you mean by... pay. What and when you say pay, what are you talking about? Like what would be the purpose of something called a check or whatever? When you said, and how much did you say that was allegedly owed?
$7,249.65.
Dollars. Oh. Well, that brings up another thing. What exactly do you mean by dollars? Could you tell me what do you mean by dollars? Could you tell me exactly what you mean by dollars? What is a dollar?
Stacy, if you're not understanding anything that we're saying, then it would not be a need for the conversation. Dollars refer to
from
currency.
Oh, well, so, what? Well, see, that's kind of confusing too, because I'm led to believe that dollars is a unit of measure, such as a gallon is a unit of measure, a gram is a unit of measure, an inch or a foot or a yard is a unit of measure.
Well, Stacy, I'm not here to discuss what the units or
well, if you're asking for something called dollars, how do you expect me? Well, wait a minute. You're asking for something called... I'm sorry. Again, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean for the middle of my sentence to interrupt you one more time.
We use dollar.
What do you mean by dollars? Dollars of what? Dollar, since the word dollar, I'm led to believe, is a unit of measure, means a unit of measure, the same as a gallon. If you ask me for a gallon of measure, the same as a gallon. If you ask me for a gallon of something, I would need to ask you a gallon of what? Do you want a gallon of water? A gallon of oil? A gallon of milk? A gallon of beer?
Stacy,
No. I wasn't done. I did not mean for... I wasn't done. I did not mean for the middle of my sentence to interrupt you one more time, and I'm not going to allow it again. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you. So, please, again, since a dollar, from what I'm led to believe, is a unit of measure, when you say dollars, I am asking you dollars of what? Please describe exactly what you mean when you say dollars. Dollars of what?
Dollar is in relation to money, Stacy. Dollars
in relation to money. I'm led to believe anything can be 7,000 so-called grains of peppercorn or coffee beans or grains of rice, something like that.
That's irrelevant to what we're discussing.
No, it's not. It's not. Not at all. I'm led to believe these things are known as something called legal tender. And this call is being recorded.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yes. And here, let me read something to you here. I think you might find it very interesting, Sean, because, well, again, I'm not the smartest cookie in town here. I really don't know a whole lot of stuff. But I do believe that there's this thing called, something called tender of payment. And let me see here. Let me pull this up. And let's see here. Where is that bad Johnny? Computer's being just a tick slow, so I appreciate your patience. Okay, here we go. I'm going to read you something here. This is out of something that I'm led to believe is known as the UCC, something called the Uniform Commercial Code. It's kind of the thing that governs the basic law. Section 3-603, tender of payment. And it says in Part B, if tender of so-called payment, whatever that is, an obligation to pay, whatever that is, an instrument, which I'm led to believe, is made to a person entitled to enforce the instrument, that would be somebody called you, so-called collector, the instrument and the tender is refused, that's what you just did, there is discharge to the extent of tender, which is what just happened here, of the obligation of an endorser or accommodation party having a right of recourse with respect to the obligation to which the tender relates. Now what that means is just now. When I offered tender of payment and you just refused it, you, my dear, just discharged that debt. So thank you so very much. I truly appreciate it. Please make a note. Please make a note of that. And I'll send you a copy of my recording so that it's just a confirmation of the recording that you got. Okay? Does that sound good, Jashawn? Does that sound good? Does that help you out? Sound good? Does that help you out?
I gave you confirmation of nothing you just said, Stacy, so I'm not sure what your point is.
Well, the point is, and because of those laws, you just discharged this debt by your refusal of the payment that I just offered you. So thank you so very much.
You did not make an...
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Oh, yes, I did. Oh, yes, I did. Payment. And you just refused. We've got it on recording. Thank you very much. I truly appreciated everything that you've done, Tashawn. I love you. You've been great.